You know, I know exactly how some of you guys feel. I know exactly what some of you guys are thinking because I went through it. You know, I sat there and I listened to these guys. You know, I was at home. You know, I know how it feels to be taken away from my mom. I know how it feels to not know who my dad is. I know how it feels to be bounced around in different homes. I know how it feels to be uncertain, you know, mentally, verbally abused. I know how that feels. I know how it feels to be physically abused, you know. I just know how it feels to be a foster youth wanting to break out and do something, or wanting to break out and be normal. People didn't know I was in foster care until I was 18 because I was ashamed for some reason. I hid it. You know, and I don't want people to know. I don't want people to look at me and label me. And the thing that happened was they labeled me anyway. You know, here I am, a minority, black, you know, foster youth. Those statistics are just off the charts. And I know one day I was in Pomona. I went to my Pomona office, and one of the I was looking through my file, and I came across the statistics for African American males who've been in multiple homes. There's like statistics for everything. African American males have been in one home. African American males have been in two homes. You know, and you know, stuff like that. So I looked at it, and it's, you know, and what I came across was it, you know, in layman's terms, in my terms. When I read it, was like, you're not going to college. You know, college is not for you. There's two places people like you end up. That's in prison and or in the grave. One of the two. Right? And I'm reading these and I'm thinking, one, I'm just too handsome to go to prison. And small, you know. I'm cool off that. But, you know, and the other one was, I just have too much life to live. You know, I gotta be here for something more than just bouncing around in different homes and just walking the world aimlessly. Like, there has to be something more. Something more. I mean, come on. There has to be something more than saying hello and then goodbye. There's more to life than that. There's more to life than just failing all the time. And I thought about it, and I grew up, and you know, my behavior as a little kid reflected the pain and the anger and the frustration that I felt from moving from home to home and not knowing my mom and nobody giving me answers and people lying to me, trying to, you know, easing up or lighten up the situation. So, well, I just acted out, right? I just acted out. Cussing and stealing and not caring and, you know, F this and F that and I don't care and so on and so forth. And that's what I did because that's reflected on how I felt. I didn't know any other way to put it but that. That's all I knew, right? No father figure, so, you know, when I got older and I got to a relationship, I didn't know how to treat women. I treat women like I saw BT, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne and all them cats. You know, because those were my role models. Those are the people that I looked up to. Oh, okay, this is, you know, girl acts up, call her this. Okay, cool. I didn't get too far, obviously. So I had to better my life. And what happened was, when I was moving from home to home, what I developed was this sense of hopelessness, right? This sense of the sense of just loneliness, alone in the world. Like, I would go to homes and I would say, you know, I would establish myself as their son, and I would just do these, you know, son-like things and, you know, incorporate all these family values, and then boom, next thing you know, my clothes are packed up and I'm moving somewhere else. So I'm like, all right, I'll get here and establish myself, boom, move somewhere else. So then I said, okay, well, I get it. I established myself as, you know, this son and try to accept these people as my family, then they moved me away. And I was young. So my train of thought was, okay, so I have to do the opposite for them to accept me. But when you're doing the opposite, when you're acting out and you're not connecting with the family, or, excuse me, I hate that word, or building a relationship with the family, then what happens is they 17, I got this phone call from United Friends of the Children, an LA-based, nonprofit organization, mainly for foster youth. And they offered me this scholarship. And, I'm 17, I think I know everything. So I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm all cool, right? Yeah, cool, yeah, stop, bye. But on that phone call, what this lady did, and we're good friends, her name's Monica, and she literally saved my life. What she did is she already selected me for this scholarship, right? But she flipped it on me. She said, all right, Dee, the only thing we need you to do is give us a call back tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll call you back first thing. You think I was going to call her back? You're wasting my time, man. I got stuff. Right? So the next day I come home, ring, phone's for me. Hello? And it's mine. And she goes, Dee, I noticed she didn't call. Right then and there. Boom. Changed my whole outlook on life. My life took a 180 just by that simple phone call. I tell people this story all the time because we do these huge things, right? Put on these big, I can go to college meetings, right? Have these big meetings, and social workers, and caseworkers, and judges, and all that. But sometimes all it takes is a simple phone call.